The suspect reached for the chips once, but his hand was slapped away by the dealer. That's when the suspect took out a gun. He took off in a taxi and was dropped off here at the Terribles on Flamingo and Paradise. This is where it gets unclear. There are reports a suspect may have boarded a cat bus, but Metro says surveillance video on board showed nothing. With about 15 people in the office at the time, this guy was like a ghost. He knew where he was going and what he was doing. It appears he made off with a purse and then was spotted calmly walking out the door. Once the final fireworks have fizzled out, now comes the important task of cleaning up. You'll need a shovel. Safely pick up the firework, have a bucket of water nearby, and then fully submerge it for at least an hour. And that means people in this precinct should soon expect an onslaught of hello, 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 hi, how are you? You have the most beautiful home. Could I just have a few minutes of your time? It's such a great time so far, and the fun is only beginning. Everyone out here is eagerly anticipating the Cobalt Tools 400 tomorrow. Now, many locals are pulling for hometown favorites Kurt and Kyle Busch to take their checkered flag, but who knows? Kim and Terry may give them a run for their money. We just got to the scene. Metro is in its preliminary stages of its investigation right now. But here's what we do know. A man has been shot and was pronounced dead on scene. Let's take a look at video we shot a short time ago. Around 4:48 this afternoon, Metro responded to the call of shots fired on the 1400 block of F Street. That's near H and Owens. When officers arrived, they found the man dead just inside the front gated area of this apartment complex building. We understand several suspects in the area fled, but at this time, no one is in custody right now. Back live now, you can see swarms of people are just standing around the police tape, watching and waiting. A few people I spoke to say they're concerned the victim is someone they know. But once again, very preliminary information at this time. We're about to speak to someone from Metro, so be sure to stay updated on the details of this investigation throughout the night on 8newsnow.com with a full report tonight at 11. Well, Denise, balancing work and family can sometimes be a big hassle. Sometimes there's not time for anything else, and that includes basic DMV needs like renewing registration or getting a copy of your driver history. If you're like Sheila Conway, the thought of spending hours to do it makes you cringe. Both the electricity and water have been shut off as a precautionary measure. The building's property manager tells me he expects this complex to be basically unlivable for at least the next 2 days. Reporting live, Zahid Resume, 8 News Now.
It was just like so fast, I thought it was going to tear the house apart.
It was just a big boom.
I heard it. Psh. Next thing you know, my son is crying following me into the bathroom, and he has blood all over his face, and I'm freaking out, and she's freaking out.
A quiet Sunday afternoon quickly turns to chaos. 2-year-old Edgar Serrano Jr. was in the living room when part of the building's railing came crashing through the window.
He just got a little split lip open. He's got a little cut on his eyeball right there.
The little boy was treated and released.
As soon as I stepped outside, I looked, and then all the roof was coming right at me. I went in the house, shut the door real quick, and then it went through my bedroom window, and it just ended right there. Teresa Graves says this monsoon storm was like something out of a movie. She's thankful she survived without a scratch. It was just so like a tornado. It was scary.
I'm going to move that way it'd be safe for the tenants.
The apartment's property manager quickly sprung to action, assisting the more than 50 people that live here. Some were spared by the storm, others weren't so lucky.
Just trying to get people in places, and hopefully everybody could be back here within 2 days.
As emergency construction crews board up what the wind left behind, Red Cross volunteers arrive on scene to help families find a temporary place to live.
They just advise us to keep him calm and, let the scare go.
With fear as little Edgar's only lasting injury, his parents feel lucky. Others out there may have it a lot worse.
I just hope everybody else out there is okay.
When it comes to battle, the USMC Bulldogs mean business.
How's that feel, gentlemen?
Like any other football team, their eyes are on a victory. But there's something special about this one.
Switch.
Their helmets honor a fallen Nevada soldier.
1, 2, 3, 4, United States Marine Corps.
And their hearts are full of the hoorah. On this afternoon, the Dogs are fired up as they turn this field of green into one of gratitude.
It reaches farther than just football. Reinstill some core values into the youth of today.
Dylan Best and his family will never meet the man on his helmet, but he will never forget him.
They died for us. They gave their lives for us to be here today. So I think it's very important.
This idea started after head coach Toby Burns, a veteran, saw the movie The Blind Side.
I saw what one family did with one athlete, and I thought, why couldn't I do this with a group of kids?
Hoorah!
Retired Marine Cal Lewis is impressed.
This is an honor for them to honor the fallen.
So is Kevin Major Howard, founder of Fueled by the Fallen, an organization that memorializes the names and ranks of those killed in action on race cars.
And if we impress on these children the grand traditional values of the greatness of what this country is built on, the gift of freedom, then I think we have a better tomorrow.
Although young kids, these players proudly carry their emblem for their coach and their country. No one knows how the body got there or who it might be just yet, but the fact is someone was killed, and it's hitting this community to its core.
She said, "My phone is dying, Mom." She texted her and she said, "Mom, my phone is dying, but I'm walking up Grand Teton and I will be home in 30 minutes. So that was the last we heard from her.
That was Friday night, and no one has heard from 15-year-old Alyssa Otremba since.
Under the tree, just laying there.
Antonio Morgan and others were searching for Alyssa when he discovered a mysterious body near some brush in a desert area near her home.
It was a young girl. She was burned, laying under a tree, upper body burned and her legs burned. It's just looking like she was just put there.
It's quite alarming that something of this stature and this nature could have happened without anybody seeing it, whether it happened at night or during broad daylight.
The victim didn't have any clothes on. Alyssa's mother, Jennifer, tells 8 News Now she's hoping for the best. Like the community, she too is waiting for the Clark County Coroner's Office to confirm the victim's identity.
Let's hope it's not her daughter, but if it's not her daughter, whose daughter is it?
It's that question that has friends, family, even strangers stopping by this roadside memorial.
We don't even know who this girl is at this point, but there's a parent out there grieving.
For Mary Flynn, kind sentiments and simple prayers.
Her parents, her mom, her dad, her brothers, her sisters.
Are strength for a stranger that suffered.
A senseless young life gone.
The coroner's office is expected to release the victim's identity before Tuesday. Now, just 4 months ago, a 17-year-old girl was almost raped in this same area. Her attacker was never caught. Parents tell me their guard is definitely up. The roar of the engine fuels excitement.
I would love to meet Jimmy Johnson.
The smell of the exhaust, intoxicating. NASCAR, Las Vegas style.
Nice girls, shiny costumes.
3 and 4 over there coming to the start-finish line.
For Sean and his brother Chris, it's the perfect present.
Our parents, got us a chance to go for Christmas.
You got Elliott Sadler, he's got the tap-out car.
From high up in the stands, hearing the cars fly by races his heart.
I've been a NASCAR fan since I was born.
Kyle Busch, Carl Edwards, Ricky Stenhouse, Kevin Harvick.
Precise play-by-play from his brother Chris serves an important purpose.
I got no vision in my right eye, and I got about 10 or 15% in my left eye.
A brain tumor wrapped around his optic nerves has affected his sense of sight since he was 4.5. This resembles the race from his point of view.
Since I can't see it, I have to rely on sounds. The smell of the racing feel and the burning tires.
Kyle Busch gets it in the box.
The announcers are a big part of me watching NASCAR because they basically tell the race.
What's his name now? I can't even think. Brian Scott.
Chris fills in the gaps.
People tell him he can't do it. He's going to go out and do it. He rides four-wheelers, wrestles. Does everything people can tell him he can't do. Kicks my butt at basketball.
Unlike other sports, NASCAR allows people of all abilities the chance to be a fan.
If you're deaf, if you're in a wheelchair, whatever, you can be a fan of the sport.
It may seem like a challenge, but for two brothers, it's just an afternoon at the track. Zahid Resume, 8 News Now.